came college. I went to East Carolina University, and initially my plan was to find a campus ministry, get involved there, get plugged in, to find a Christian family like I had at Grace. But I was really busy meeting new friends and going out to all these parties. I found it was a really great way for me to meet new people. The list of excuses that I had for why I couldn't go to a campus ministry was really long. And so as the semester rolled on, it became harder and harder for me to ever go check out that campus ministry. And I just got consumed in the party life. So I did fit in very well with the party scene at ECU. Actually, I had a blast. And even though I don't remember a lot of those parties, my friends tell me they were pretty awesome. I also found a lot of fulfillment in numerous relationships with girls, all just purely out of selfish motives, physical relationships with no regard for their feelings and no respect whatsoever. So while I had a lot of friends at ECU, I realized that they were kind of more like acquaintances. They didn't really know who I was, other than the types of girls and beer that I liked. And you know, when I think about it, I didn't really know who I was either. Most people only interacted with me when I was drunk, and that was even sometimes during the day and in class. This was kind of a crutch for me, and I felt secure, and it was an identity. I was comfortable in the party scene, it was a life of the party, but I didn't know how to have fun sober or hold conversations sober. It was just uncomfortable. My worst nightmare was to go to a party having to DD and not being able to drink. But then I realized that, no matter how much fun I had on that Friday night, the next morning, it just wasn't quite enough. There was something missing. And no matter how many times I ran back to that party scene, it was never enough. No matter how much fun we had, in the morning it was all over. Every night, it happened, and it was over, and it was on to the next one. So I remember one day, I was at lunch with some friends, and they started to make fun of this guy behind his back because he read the Bible and went to church. And I was offended because I considered myself a Christian. I said, if these guys are my friends, there's no way they would say that in front of me. But then I started to think, well, they don't really have a reason to think that I'm a Christian. Not only have I never mentioned that, but nothing in my life remotely resembles the fact that I might be a Christian and that I know God. This scared me. I was terrified to realize how far I had actually come from my once Christian identity. And then, in the fall of my junior year, my life began to radically change.